Shalom. I want to do a video about the top 5 things that I think that you need when you are leaving or relocating outside of the country. These are all things that I thought about before I left, and to have thought about some of these things has really came in handy. So, top 5 things that I think that you need when leaving or relocating. Also, these are not in any particular order. I'm just listing off the things. Okay, so number one, make sure that you have a plan. When you leave the country, it is very, very important that you know what you're doing, where you're going, why you're doing it, and just everything else in good detail. If you keep a journal or a planner, it would be very good to write down what you want to achieve, why you're even leaving in the first place, so that you can begin to get a good vision in your mind about what it is that you want to do and how you want to be when you go to this place. It might be good to have a list of goals or things you want to achieve in the first month. Now, know that going to a new country, you may not be able to achieve all of these things the way that you think that you can, but that's okay. Just having goals and having a vision helps to execute things in a better way than just going without a plan all willy-nilly. Number two, I think that it's very important that you have a budget and have your finances in order. And by in order, I mean if you're planning on relocating outside of the country, it might be good to have some savings. It might be good to have a couple of bank accounts, a savings and a checkings account. Just make sure that you financially prepare for this move. Um, I would almost say a good, like if you're only a family of three, a couple, or just one person, it might be good to have about $10,000 minimum saved up for this relocation. Now, if you don't have that, I am not saying that it's not possible to relocate, because I know that some people just know how to make things happen. They can work and continue to make money, and they're not really relying on savings, and they're just those kind of people. And know that it's completely possible for you to make things happen that kind of way if that's the vision and the plan that you have for yourself. But if you want a little bit more security for emergencies, or if you have children and you're relocating outside of the country, it might be best to make sure your finances are in order and you have a budget in place and some savings. And also make sure that you get a good bank, a good card where the ATM fees are reimbursed to you, because you're going to have to change your currency, right? You're leaving the country. So you want to make sure that you get good reimbursement rates, good ATM fee rates, and might want to get something like a Wise card or PayPal, or something where you're going to be able to easily transfer money and get those ATM fees reimbursed back to you. Number three, learn a little bit of the language. Whatever country you plan on relocating to or moving to, make sure that you learn a little bit of the language. Now, this is going to come in handy, not just for you, but it's going to help you build these relationships with the locals and be able to navigate the communities, the grocery stores, the markets, the food places, everything just a little bit easier if you just know a little bit of conversation in the language of the country that you plan to move to. They will appreciate it. Although some countries are pretty good with speaking English, you don't want to be that type of English speaking person who just assumes everyone speaks English and they should be so good at it. Learn a little bit of the language. Number four, make sure that you pack properly. I know a few things that I thought about was a little bit of outside the box type things. I knew that we were relocating, right? So we're moving out of the country. So I'm thinking, like, what do we need? Of course, you need your important documents, like your birth certificate. You got to have your passport, your social security card. You should bring all of that stuff with you, and get copies of those things as well. But we got an international driver's license, and those are very, very important if you plan on operating any kind of vehicle outside of your country, so your country of origin. So make sure that you pack properly. Even pack certain things like we needed a converter box when we came here. I looked it up. what the voltages were like in the Philippines, and we found out that the voltage is different than in America. So you might want to look into the country that you're going to and making sure that they have the proper voltage for the type of appliances or equipment that you need to use. So that's important. So pack properly, look into your country and see the kind of things that you might need or that they don't have, and bring enough of it to be able to carry you over until you can figure out how to get things delivered from the States. Know that deliveries and things like that are different. Not everywhere has Amazon, so you might have to adjust. Number 5, which is kind of taking a little bit from number 4, knowing things will be different, making sure you pack properly. Number 5 is just understand that you're going to a new country. So going to a new country, things will not be the same. So you just have to adjust. The food might be different. Definitely the people are going to be different, which can be a really good thing. But you might not be able to find certain things that you're accustomed to. You might have to be uncomfortable. Like in the Philippines, electric outages, water outages are normal. You might not have as good Wi-Fi as you had when you were in America or whatever country you're coming from. So just be aware that things might be different. So yeah, those are my top 5 things to be aware of when you're relocating outside of the country. Let me know if I missed anything in the comments, and if you have any other suggestions, make sure you put them in the comments. And if you like this video, make sure you share it with somebody who's thinking about moving out of their country so that they can be prepared. And I appreciate you for watching. Shalom.